Hello everybody, my name is Ace. Today I'm going to be doing some Duo Jackdaws in T4 Dark Abyss. This is a pretty chill activity I like to do when I got my friend over here, I bet Duo Online. It's a really good activity because you can use Jackdaws that are not worth so much. Like 300 million, okay, it's a decent amount of ISK for a ship, but you use 2 of these, you're able to do T4 Dark, so you earn a really good amount of ISK by doing these. And it does them really well. I've been doing some sites with him recently, and it's been going very well until he died. Unfortunately, Charybdis Tyrannus did a wrecking shot to him and popped him, and also he got like multiple hits after another because there was like a tracking pile, and IBAD didn't manage to switch the targeting modes in time, and the transversal wasn't optimal too. But I think that what happened there was that we got too close, and then there was a tracking pile that was able to make Charybdis hit us. But I think that if we just kept range, it would have been alright, because initially when we were approaching Charybdis was always near a tracking pylon, and we weren't doing any damage until we got in range, because in the dark side enemy range is reduced. So I'm guessing what happened is that when we came closer, we eventually entered Charybdis' optimal range, because usually you're always in Charybdis' optimal range, but I'm guessing in the dark side that optimal range is being a bit reduced, you know, so that you can actually completely be outside of it in the dark side, especially when you're in the Jackdaws, because these light missiles that we've got equipped hit out to like 50 kilometer plus, so you've got really good sniping capabilities right here. We've got some Raging Darks in here. A lot of synth blue pills, actually. Why have I got so many synth blue pills? I don't need this many synth blue pills. Okay. Let's get maybe 26. That's why this fit is really expensive. I don't need this many synth blue pills. Okay, that is why we've got a little bit of a pricey ship right here. 240 million is a little bit cheaper. This is actually the fit that I used. Let me just form a fleet with IBAD. This is actually the very same ship I used when he died. And it was a case of dying in the second room. So I had to get through the rest of the second room and the last room solo. And I was thinking I was not going to survive, but I actually managed to survive. The third one that I did completely solo was a very dangerous wave. And that really showed the capabilities of the ship right here, because I faced a T4 Triglavian wave solo in this Jackdaw. T4 Vedmak, okay? It was 2 starving Vedmaks, 1 harrowing Vedmak, and then a bunch of tangling Damavik. So they webbed me in place. I was not able to move much. But luckily, because I was in the dark side, it enabled me to somewhat kite them and move and keep velocity up while not taking too much damage. And eventually, I destroyed them completely by myself. And I was really surprised, because it just showed how good this Jackdaw is right here. Okay, let's see if we can find IBAD, because he's going to switch clones, I think. And I love this sphere right here because it's pretty easy to use. I mean, it's not easy in the way that it's mechanically easy. You do have to manage your ship quite a bit, because you've got a cap booster and you've got an old shield booster, and then you've got a remote shield booster. So you have to manage the other person's shield by remote shielding them, and then you also have to manage your own capacitor. And you're not cap stable really with this, or you are cap stable, but you have to use this capacitor boost. So it's a little bit small managing here and there. But the thing is, together, you two as a team with the remote shield booster are very, very strong. So in that way, it's actually quite an easy fit to use, because you're just so strong that you've got so much shield boosting capabilities. You've got this medium shield booster right here, plus the remote shield booster. You're going to be very, very strong. You can always switch to like defensive mode and sharpshooter mode depending on how much aggro you're taking. So I think I actually am able to use a similar fit with a bit more DPS in T5s. But this is what I call like the social version, which is a bit more robust. So it's got damage control instead of extra damage module. And it's then able to do the T4s instead. So 1 tier down, but it's going to be easier enemies. And then plus you're a bit more tankier. Overall, I have a very easy time doing these T4 sites. And it's a really good way to earn some ISK together as a team. Sites can give very good ISK. Like we're talking 40, 50, 60 million ISK per site. You can earn back the ship very quickly. Okay, IBAD's getting closer to us. Use some basic boosters right here. I mean, you don't need to even use these. These are just maybe a bit of waste of money to use them, but they're quite cheap. So in proportion to what we earn, it won't be that big of a hit to our wallet. I'm going to double check that I've got no implants in. Yeah, okay. Okay. Jumping in. Let's go. Oh, something I should have done is perhaps reload on the capacitor boosters. These could be good to can be good to stack upon. Okay, let's go for the tangling first. and then Vila. And I'll lock him up because we got remote reps going on. And I tend to use the explosive missiles because they usually are very useful to use. How is Ibad doing? Watch out that Tachyon cloud. That Tachyon cloud can be pretty deadly. Okay, now we're gonna go for these. The Vidmax. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Yeah, the Vila waves are really easy in the dark sides because they don't do like any damage. They're weaker Triglavian waves, and their drones are hardly going to hit anything at all because of the reduced optimal range, or minus 50%. So it's a bit of more difficult variant of the dark side. If it's minus 70%, then their enemy range is nerfed so much. But here it's only 50%, so it'll be a good representation of a more worst case scenario. Okay, good, good, good. We'll go for this one right here. He needs a bit of remote reps. It's okay. Just give him a bit of, you know, just a slight boost right there. Just a slight boost to IBAS. Alright. Doesn't need anything too crazy. Because we've got a limited amount of capacitor. It's best to not use too much capacitor. I mean, we are cap stable with this cap booster running, but you know, you don't want to just completely use them unnecessarily. But you can actually use these very liberally without actually running out. But also, if you have newts, for example, then it's good to not go too crazy on your caps. Just manage your cap. You be a bit efficient. Like, I'm not taking damage now. I don't use my shield boost. It's unnecessary. And then, like, you see he's taking a bit of damage right here. I just boost him up a bit. Simple like that. So I think this is pretty fun right here. You just go here, shoot some enemies, earn some dank. It's pretty cool, actually. Okay, let's go to the biocommutative cache. We could have, to be honest, gone for some extraction nodes, but I decided against that. Okay, now we just go for anything, really. We can go for the biocommutative cache. This is where the majority of the loot is anyway going to come from. See, 13 million ISK, so it wasn't that great of a loot can right there, but it can be a lot better at times. Oh, he might be going for a loot can. No, he's not. Let's keep it range of the transfer conduit. 500 meters. There we go. Pop this dam over here. Let's go for this last one. We do so much damage to these guys. 1k volley. Oh, I did not want to shoot. My bad. Okay, let's jump to the next wave. It's pretty, like, we're not that strategic in our moves. Oh, jump now. We occasionally can be. We want to pretend to be serious, but honestly, it's pretty easy. Okay, we'll go for this upholder. No, we'll go for this sentinel. Sentinel. I'm gonna get iPad locked up. Great, he's getting close to me. You have to also just be wary that sometimes the other person is going to be like your teammate can maybe didn't approach you or something like that. So they maybe are drifting away from you or they get webbed. Just be careful that you don't get like too far behind, because if you get too far behind, you're also out of range of remote reps. Now your local shield boost is very powerful, so you can actually survive a lot by yourself, but it's better just not to be too far from each other. Just always be close to each other. It's a lot safer that way. Grab this extraction node, 3 million, and go for this extraction node over here. And we should be able to just chew through this because we've got a lot of brute force tank. And then maybe from this warden it could be number 4 over here. But I'm not good at numbering, so I forgot the hotkey for 4. Go for this upholder over here. Give Ibad a boost too. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple, pretty simple. I mean, I'm in sharpshooter mode the whole time, so I can be a lot tanky if I wanted to. But I'm just going for max DPS, so we clear this as quick as possible. I'm just go for this warden. The warden webs us. And then we go for the commutative cache. Pretty easy, pretty easy. Sleep waves in general are not particularly difficult, but we did have a lot of these lucid cruisers, and they can do quite a bit of damage. But in the dark side, they're going to be applying a lot worse, so they just, generally speaking, will be a lot worse than they usually would be. But they have good application, meaning that when we're in small stuff like destroyers or frigates, they're going to hit harder than they would otherwise to cruisers, because the fact that we're small and avoiding damage is going to play less of a role because of how good application they naturally have. Popped. Because look, he's a bit far behind because he was getting webbed by that warden, I believe. That one that was destroyed before. The lucid warden, he webs. It's good to keep an eye on what webs, what newts. Because newts can be very deadly as well. I mean, we're able to do damage even if we get newted out, so that's really great because we've got missiles. But still, you preferably would not want to get newted out because you're not going to be able to remote shield boost or shield boost. But that's also one great thing about being able to shield boost, remote shield boost, is that if you get neutered out, well, you've at least got some tank because your friend can rep you. Strange. I managed to get some glitching going on. Okay, 10 million ISK, not that much actually. Could be that maybe he's got some issue with like the logs not showing up the right value of getting hit, I think. Maybe there's some setting he did, or maybe just some glitch. We'll see. I'm not really sure what is going on, but he seems like he's alright anyway. Next room. Anyway, we're pretty solid here. Pretty good at doing this. Okay, Charybdis. Extraction. Let's go for these two extraction nodes over here. Illuminators, entanglers. Which one will we go for first? Go for Illuminator. Actually, no, Entangler. Entangler. Because the thing is, these Illuminators, they're good to go for because they increase our signature radius, making it like easier for Charybdis to hit us. But on the other hand, something we also have to be careful for is the webs. And the webs actually affect us more than the Illuminators. The thing is, the Illuminators, the target painting ones, the Illuminators, they are able to affect us like all ranges. So when they're far away, go for the Illuminators. When they're up close, go for the Entanglers. So I thought they were going to be far away, but they actually were. Like, they got close to us quite quick, so that's why I switched to go for Entanglers. Okay, let's go for this Illuminator over here. Keep shields up. Charybdis can land some nasty shots right here. There's no short-range multi-body tracking pylon. This thing will enable Charybdis to hit pretty hard, but luckily he's not close to it. Okay, we're going to go for these nodes right here. Here and here. And then we'll just group all these up now. Not so much loot in here. I'll go to this side. Get that little loot box. I think IBAD's going towards Charybdis, that's good. What is our range? 53 kilometers. Hit this obfuscate over here. Come on, grab the loot cache, please. 3 million, decent. Alright, now we're too far away at all. So we'll go for defense mode. Nope, I want to go for propulsion mode. Move, please. Move, please. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting an angle on the loot cache. IBAD is giving them a hard time. This is so cool. What's our range in propulsion mode? 32 kilometers. We can land a volley right here. Popped, come on. No, yeah, we did. Okay, good. Now we can land some volleys and Charybdis over here. That's a pretty smooth sight right here. And IBAD's saying here, oh, I think I might survive, because he died to Charybdis before. Okay, 9 million. The total loot here was not that great, actually. We got, how much was the total? 42 million. We did a full clear, or almost full clear, so that's great. But you can actually get more from these. You can actually get more from these. This is a bit on the lower end. At least it feels like it, because I have previously got a lot better loot rooms than this. Just smash Charybdis right here. Launching our light missiles. So cool if you see here. IBAD's in the background. We're both attacking. Oof! Oh no, don't die, don't die. Please don't die. That was a big hit right there. I went in the wrong mode. Shield boost. Oof. I took a bunch of damage right there. That was silly of me. Utilities, logs. Was that a wrecking shot? I think that was just a normal shot because I was just flying straight at him like an idiot. Penetrates shots. I was just going like an idiot towards Charybdis. Almost another casualty there. But that went pretty smoothly. This T4 Jackdaw farming is really nice. I love it. It's very chill. I mean, you can sometimes have experiences like this, but overall I have a really easy time. Like you saw before how we were in the sleeper cruise, no problem. I've soloed Triglavian waves. It's gone pretty smoothly. Overall, I just have such an easy time doing these Abyss sites in a co-op style. We can just grab everything as well. We have plenty of time to spare. So it's not much stress, just have to have some sort of common sense of how things work, and it usually turns out really well. I've mentioned this fit before, and I keep using it because it just works so well. It's probably my favorite duo destroyer style. Oh, that was a big effect right there. It's probably my favorite duo destroyer fit that I've so far used. Alright, so I think that's enough for now. I'm gonna go sell the loot at Gistii. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.